A satisfactory outcome. Starfleet is reasonably pleased.
Reasonably?
Here are your new assignments. Telsia, you will command the security force on the USS Dallas. Chell...
You're breaking up the hazard team?
Precisely. Chell, you are assigned to the research outpost in the Guernica system.
Not even a starship?
Precisely. Monroe, I've assigned you to teach small group tactics here at Starfleet Academy.
You also assigned Tuvok to teach math?
Monroe is nursemaiding cadets?
Precisely. That is his best use.
Saving lives is no longer useful?
Read Janeway's report. She said the hazard team is a vital asset.
Precisely. Vital to the Delta Quadrant. Your so-called hazard team relied on non-regulation tactics.
And no so-called starbases for backup.
Precisely. Here in the Alpha Quadrant, traditional away teams are sufficient.
The hazard team takes missions that are too hot for traditional away teams.
There is no hazard team.
Oh, yes, there is. And it outnumbers you.
What? What was that?
Everyone calm down. Stemmons, what Captain Janeway prized was our ability to improvise flexible tactics for any situation.
Precisely. Such extemporaneous tactics are no longer appropriate. You should be grateful we have a place for you at all. Why aren't you grateful for a chance to relax after 7 long years of strife? I don't understand this at all.
Precisely. You don't understand. At all.
I can't believe he's disbanding the hazard team.
Come on, Monroe. Just give me 5 minutes alone with him.
So you can be thrown into the brig?
Chang's right. We have to do something.
How do incompetent people end up with such important jobs?
Maybe we can get him fired for being a hack.
Whoa! Even Chell wasn't this bloodthirsty fighting the Borg.
I'm going to file an appeal with Starfleet Command. Someone in the chain of command will listen to reason.
And if that doesn't work?
Then we make some hard choices.
Damn!
Lieutenant Monroe, you have a visitor waiting for you at the main entrance.
Ground level.
Greetings, Lieutenant.
Tuvok, what are you doing here?
I had time for a brief stopover on my way to Vulcan. Congratulations on your new assignment.
Thanks, but I don't want to leave active duty for teaching.
There are few jobs more important than teaching. But I will explain your plight to my colleagues.
Thanks, Tuvok. I just think I can be of better use out there.
The Academy offers contact with many prominent people. Demonstrations of talent and initiative do not go unnoticed.
Commander Tuvok, please report to Launch Pad 2.
It was an honor to serve with you.
The honor was mine, Lieutenant Monroe. Live long and prosper.
Lieutenant Monroe, please report to the Headmaster's office.
Can you believe it? Voyager returned after being gone all those years.
I wonder what it was like, being stranded so far from home all that time.
I'd love to sit down and talk with them about their adventures.
Yeah.
They must be in demand all over the Federation.
An officer from that ship must have his pick of assignments.
After all that excitement, I don't know how they could ever go back to normal duties.
Cleanup teams required in the xenobiology lab.
Headmaster's office.
I swear that it's all right. You have my complete permission. I really want to see what it's like.
You have to understand, most betazoids hate using telepathy on those who don't have it. In the past, it's led to war and death. Far too many of us ended up in concentration camps, placed there by those who feared our powers. We've learned to respect the privacy of other races. Learning the value of other people's privacy was a major step forward for us. We've learned that all people have a right to think freely, without coercion or outside scrutiny. But if you're really determined, we can give it a try.
I would be honored to have you read my mind.
But only for a moment.
So?
That's sweet.
Lieutenant Monroe reporting, sir.
Good to meet you, Lieutenant. I have your teaching assignment. You'll be instructing the cadets in small unit tactics.
Sir.
I'm sure you'll be an asset to the Academy, Lieutenant.
Telsia to Monroe. Could you meet me in the courtyard? Starfleet's answered our petition.
Ground level.
Cadet Kaluga, please report to the headmaster's office immediately.
Sir, we have some questions about the exam.
What are your questions, Cadet?
Why did you put so much emphasis on Cochrane's theories?
Cochrane provides the foundation for all warp technology. His theories open space to humanity and still compose the basis for Federation ship technology.
But his theories are almost 300 years old. It's hard to imagine a time without warp technology, or that humans were ever that backwards.
They weren't backward, just unenlightened.
That's our point, sir. That culture created Zephyrin Cochrane. So how could his work still have relevance?
Fail to understand the past, and you can never see the future.
I have an easier time with Cochrane's theories than with the early Vulcan warp technology.
The work of Dr. Leia Brahms is a lot more accessible.
While Dr. Brahms' work is necessary reading and very informative, you still need to maintain a fundamental understanding of Dr. Cochrane's work.
I still think it's a waste of time. We'll never really break new ground by relying on ancient theories.
And we'll never make progress without building on the past.
But we've gone far past Vulcan technology.
Every race in the Federation makes its contribution.
Can we at least study someone from this century?
Or this planet?
Remember, ex astris scientia, from the stars' knowledge.
Starfleet Command declined to hear our appeal.
I see.
What are you going to do?
What can I do?
Resign.
And that will get the team back how?
It'll show Stemmons the price of stupid decisions.
It'll show Stemmons he can bully us out of Starfleet. We end up paying the price, not him.
Until the Borg pay a little visit, or the Romulans, or...
The Dallas is a good ship. At least you're back in action.
If I accept. What if we both resign? At least we can be together.
It won't work. We both need Starfleet, or we'll go stir crazy.
Well, maybe you're right. I'll miss you.
Romulan sneak attack.
I need backup!
There's another one. Cover me while I open the door. The door is malfunctioning. We need to find a way past it and repair it from the other side. A service duct. This should lead to the next chamber. I will open the ducts. The service ducts are open. I will activate the door that leads to the other side.
Drop your weapon and surrender.
Well done.
Drop your weapon and surrender. Halt! Federation troops, in here!
Over there! Cover me while I open the door.
Korban, execute hazard maneuver Monroe Alpha 3.
I need backup! Federation troops, in here! Federation troops, in here! Federation troops, in here!
Take that!
Simulation completed.
Thanks, Korban. Good work.
Lieutenant Monroe, this is Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
I enjoyed observing your holodeck session. Very impressive.
Yes, thank you, Monroe. And now we're very sorry, but the captain is on a very tight schedule.
I'm sure the headmaster's reception can wait a few minutes. Lieutenant Monroe, I was wondering where you trained.
The Delta Quadrant.
I beg your pardon?
I led the hazard team on Voyager, sir.
Hazard team?
Yes, the hazard team was...
completely superfluous.
Excuse me? Superfluous?
Precisely. Federation space is so completely different from the lawless Delta Quadrant. My research clearly shows that Starfleet captains do not need hazard teams.
I see. And are you a Starfleet captain?
Well, no, but...
The challenges we face on the outer edges of Federation space are not so different from what Voyager faced in the Delta Quadrant. I could use an elite force of tactical officers.
But...
Tell me, Lieutenant, do you ever think about going back on active duty?
Every second of my life.
I'll talk to your commanding officer. Perhaps I can arrange a transfer.
Thank you, sir.
Draw up a list of personnel and cadets you would like on a new hazard team. I'm sure Mr. Stemmons can make the arrangements.
Well, precisely.
Hazard team reporting for duty, sir.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant Commander Tuvok has agreed to take a temporary assignment at the tactical station while Lieutenant Commander Worf is on leave. He'll also help us integrate hazard team operations.
My goal is to streamline the integration of hazard team operations.
Your former student, Ensign Korban, will join Ensigns Chang, Chell, and Jurot to form the core team. Academy graduate Sidney Stockman will serve as hazard team shuttle pilot, and I'd like to add a junior member from my crew, Ensign Franklin.
We'll incorporate him into our next training session.
Very good. Lieutenants, get acquainted with the new hazard team operations area. When we finished our current diplomatic mission, I'll call you to the bridge for a tour.
Ensign Korban has developed a new weapon for hazard team operations. You will find him in the armory.
Hey, Korban.
Have you seen the new Federation assault rifle?
No. Sorry, my first stop on the Enterprise wasn't the weapons locker.
I will overlook your human failings.
And they say Klingons are heartless.
This assault rifle will be a good complement to the compression rifle. It's more powerful at short range and has added functionality.
Thanks.
You have my thanks as well for assigning me to the hazard team. You do me a great honor.
The honor's ours. You're the best person for the job.
To assist your training with the assault rifle, I have loaded a holodeck training program. I think you will find it invigorating. The primary attack is a spread plasma burst. The secondary attack is a powerful single shot, which can do extensive collateral damage to nearby hostiles. bad, considering you lack Klingon blood.
Hazard operations.
Good. I'm now on the hazard team.
That's wonderful. I also got the transfer I requested.
To where?
I'm in charge of the hydroponics bay. It's really a great assignment.
We don't have a lot of plants on Andoria, but the few that we have are very exotic.
You should come by the hydroponics bay sometime. I'd love to hear about the plants on Andoria and show you some improvements we're making.
I'll drop by after my next shift.
That will be very nice.
Can you believe it? The Enterprise? The Hazard team? Oh, this is absolutely incredible.
I can't wait to start trying out some of the modifications that Chell made to the weapons.
Yeah, look at these. I can't wait to get started on my weapons training. The hardware at the Academy was nothing. I want to grab one of these.
I wonder if they'll let me tinker with the power output on the compression rifle.
I wish I had been out there in the Delta Quadrant. Now that's adventure. Wild, untamed.
I think if I shift the location of the energy coil input, I can increase the stability of the gyro stabilization unit by 0.75 microns.
Think about it. Out there, it's just you and your ship against an entire quadrant. You have to be bold.
Yeah. Then I can double pulse the crystal emitter to increase the firing rate.
Are you even listening to me?
What? Oh, yes, sure. Something about how the hardware at the Academy was nothing.
While the team was disbanded, I returned to Vulcan for further study. I've greatly improved my medical skills.
Hi, Monroe.
Captain Picard has requested an advanced hazard operations area. You will find it significantly improved over the design utilized on Voyager.
Yeah, it's great. Look, is there any way you could move my locker a little, further from Gerard's?
It is inadvisable to allow relationship issues to interfere with your duties.
There is no more relationship. That's the problem. I haven't really even talked with her since Voyager returned. She went back to Vulcan soon after we got back home, and we haven't really talked since.
I would suggest you speak with her and reconcile your differences. Team cohesion is essential.
That's probably a good idea. I'll talk to her once we've settled in. Maybe.
In the meantime, I will inquire with Ensign Laird about the possibility of trading locker assignments with you.
Thanks, Tuvok.
You must be Lieutenant Monroe. Welcome to Hazard Operations.
It's great having the Hazard team back together again.
Lieutenant Monroe, please report to the bridge.
Aye, sir. Deck 1, bridge.
Welcome to the bridge, Lieutenant.
Glad to be here, sir.
How long do you think it will take to train your team to the level of readiness you had in the Delta Quadrant?
We are receiving a distress call on Federation channels.
This is Captain Galloway of the Federation starship Dallas. We've been boarded by an unknown alien life form. Warn all Federation ships, under no circumstances should you approach this vessel.
Set a course for the Dallas, maximum warp.
Course laid in, Captain.
Engage. My apologies, Lieutenant. We'll finish your tour another time. Assemble the hazard team and tell them we are deploying them ahead of schedule. Take Ensign Franklin with you. He's an expert on Excelsior-class ship systems. I want your team ready for transport as soon as we reach the Dallas.
Aye, sir.
And Lieutenant?
Yes, sir?
I rely on your team's readiness.
We won't let you down, sir.